regarding a difference of opinion about the madahib. How did it, like, the basic thing at least, like the gem, how does it happen that when all the Sahabas are there at the same time, and they're seeing Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and he's in congregation and he has prayed like the khutbah and he has been leading prayers. So all the Sahabis are seeing him at one place. So at that time, obviously, maybe he's putting his hand on the chest, and other things, other issues also in Islam.
So from the madahib.
Yeah. So when all the Sahabis are present, his companions are present at the same time, and are looking at Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, now where does the difference
comes from? Very good question now. Even the difference of opinion was there at the time of Prophet, and Prophet is alive. Imagine. I'll give you an example. So this is normal. The difference of opinion, if I tell you, for example, just imagine with me. If I tell you, make in your imagination, make a circle in your mind. Make a circle in your mind. Okay. Now, I'm sure some people made circle like this in your mind. Some people made circle like this, right? Even though my word was just make a circle, right? Now you make a circle like this or you make a circle like this. It's in your, but at the end it's a circle, right? Same thing. Now, what happened, I'll tell you. Some of the Prophet, peace be upon him, he sent two of the companions to certain place, and the Prophet said that don't pray Asr or pray Asr. Pray Asr. Asr is one of the prayers at 3 o'clock, around 3 o'clock. So he sent the morning, and he said, pray Asr, pray that prayer into that area. Okay? So, exactly. Once they left, what happened? While they are going, in the middle of the road, it was like 3 o'clock, the time of Asr. So one of the companions said, let's pray Asr. It's a time of Asr prayer. The other companion said, no. The Prophet told us, you pray Asr there. The first companion said, no. The Prophet meant that we have to go fast, so we reach at that place at Asr. But since we are, walking or not going fast, so we're in the middle of the road. Or we in the middle of the way. So what to do? So the one companion said, no, I will pray Asr there. The other companion said, no. By the time we reach there, the time of that prayer will go. So I have to pray Asr here. So one companion prayed Asr on spot at that time. The other companion went to that place and he reached in the night. And we know that the time of Asr is while afternoon, So once the sun set, that's it, you have to pray before it. But he prayed after sunset. And later on, they went back to the Prophet and they said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that this is what happened, This guy prayed on spot, but you told us to pray there, so who's right? The Prophet looked at them and he smiled and he said, both of you are right. Both of you are right, Wow. So this is it. Look, at that time, the Prophet gave them the instructions and same thing. Now, these are first of all, let's understand. Now, the scholars, the major scholars of the Islam, we know the Imam Hanifa, Imam Shafi'i, these scholars. Now, they have different of opinion with the scholar says with the branches. You have a main tree, and you have one branch, and within branch there's also small. So the difference of opinion comes with the branches. The main is the main the pillar or the main root is the same. So for example, we all pray Asr 4 units, right? 4 rak'ah, right? So no scholar will say no, you have to pray 3. The basic is 1, right? Now it's just some people say, okay, once you enter to the masjid, you pray extra 4. Imam Abu Hanifa, he says you pray extra 4 or something like that. Now, basically, it all happened at the time of Prophet. Even putting the hand. Some people put the hand here, some people put the hand here. Whatsoever. It's the end we stand in a good way, in a respectful way, in front of Allah, in the mosque. So basically, there is a hadith of Prophet putting his hand, at the bottom, here. There is a hadith, the Prophet put his hand in the middle of his chest, standing like this. So different of opinion and different of hadith is already there. And what happened? Time of Abu Hanifa, the first scholar who came after the generation of the companion, you all agree that there's no communication, nothing, no technology, nothing, even books in a form of a book, it was not exist at that time. So people used to take the hadith from as a narration, So as I mentioned last time, I heard it from Ali. Ali heard it from Ahmed. Ahmed heard it from so and so. It goes until it reaches to the Prophet, So the narration. Now, for example,
This is for Sahih, right?
not Sahih. This means like the narration, the chain of narration.
مصطلح الحديث.
The hadith means the saying of the Prophet. Okay.
Right.
But this is the reason that the hadith of the Prophet is still preserved, than any other books. There's no history of Jesus, peace be upon him, registered. There's no history of Moses registered. Same like Prophet Muhammad, because people used to go and exactly look what he said, heard what he said, and they tell their friends, and then it goes like this, So I'll make it easy for you guys. In states like there is a sheriff, right? Sheriff in a town or like a police guy, right? Sheriff, right? This sheriff, usually in the movies, he's a police guy for that place for like the last 15-20 years. So he knows this house, they're a troublemaker, and this house, they have two sons. One son is really quiet, but the other son is always into drugs, and he knows everyone. This house is, old couple. Yeah, they are just about to die in a few days. They know. He knows everything about all the community, right? Same thing. We have scholars to know the chain of the narration. Okay, so imagine if we have now Maurice, said hadith or said something that from he heard it from Prophet. Let's say he said, I heard Prophet saying this and so to our brother. Our brother will come to his father and he said, I heard Maurice saying that the Prophet said so and so. I mentioned this last time, The chain goes and it's coming to me. I'm telling Ali, Now, who's the last person? Let's say our brother Khalid. There is a sheriff or the scholar, you can say, he knows the biography of all of us, And he will say that, okay, in the whole narration there is Maurice. We know Maurice, he is a trustworthy person. He never lies. And one of the things that he never forgets. So maybe, some people, they hear something, they forget, and they add up something else. So the scholar or the sheriff, he knows about Maurice everything. He is trustworthy, and he is. Then he will go to, our brother Faraz. Okay, until he sees my names. Okay, Muhammad, he is in the narration. Now, Muhammad is a good man. Muhammad, he is also praying, and he's honest, and he's pious, let's say. But the only problem with Muhammad, that he forgets, and he talks too much. Which is true, right? Okay.
I don't think anyone here is going to tell you that.
He forgets and he talks too